All right, so I'm here at northbound scale, Perryville, Maryland, for a axle seal leak on the truck Freightliner here. So we're going to check it out and see what side's on. A lot of times drivers get confused on an inner wheel seal and then an actual axle seal. See anything leaking on the outside. Looks like somebody just replaced it. So let me wake him up and see what he's talking about. Stop. What, the rear one?
Yeah.
This it is kind of wet. What's making you think it's leaking?
All that spray on there, it wasn't there when I left today.
Did you have work done to it?
Not that I know of.
No,
they did it PM today.
The only reason why I asked because that's awful fresh what they got on the nuts. I wonder if they, I mean, it's all dry around there.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with it?
Well, you see how wet the lugs are?
Yeah.
They probably sprayed lube on there to take them off and then sprayed, you know what I mean? And then spun them on and then cleaned the rim up.
Okay. I thought the hub was hotter than the others when I stopped.
You thought what?
I mean, this, to the touch, it was hotter than the others when I stopped.
No, I wouldn't know anything about that. I mean, the oil's in the pumpkin in there.
Okay.
In the rear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're distributed evenly.
Okay.
I mean, you can look under here yourself and you can see it's all dry.
Okay. Shit. That calls for nothing.
I mean, if you want me to replace it, I'll replace it, but if you want to see for yourself.
No, I believe you.
I'll put my hand under there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
This looks like they might have, maybe they took the tire off. You said they did a PM?
Yeah, they did it today, or yesterday.
See, the studs are dry on that.
Okay.
Hey, it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, if there's nothing wrong with it.
And I noticed they replaced the seal on that side too.
Yeah.
Do you know what was done to it?
No, I don't, because I didn't get to speak to the mechanic.
We'll look on the other side here. Hey, see, it's got the same stuff on here too. But that looks like a new seal, like they pulled this axle out for some reason.
Okay.
Because this seal's all in one piece, that seal is older on that side.
Okay.
But you see the lube spray on this rim?
Yeah, it's not like the other though.
Right. I mean, if you feel better me replacing it, I'll replace it. It's like I said, that's up to you.
Okay.
I just, from what I'm seeing, that looks like the lugs are wet. The studs are wet.
Probably be safer to replace it.
So it's telling me that they took the tire off.
My company wouldn't know that you might be replacing a perfectly good seal with it. I don't.
Well, I mean, in my report, I mean, I would have to tell them that I didn't see anything.
Okay, well then that'd be it.
I mean, you know, I don't want to. That's the reason why I'm leaving it up to you and the company.
Okay.
Did you take a picture of this by any chance?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know if you sent it to your company. That's all.
No, I haven't taken a picture of it.
Yeah, because I don't know what to do. I mean, like I said, I don't care about replacing it, but then you see it's dry around the hub.
Yeah.
Around, but then be my luck, you go down the road.
Okay.
3 weeks later, and then it actually does fail or something. I don't know.
Okay.
It's either I call FleetNet, let them know what's going on, see if they want to make a decision, and see if they want me to just go ahead and replace it to be on the safe side.
Okay.
But it looks like maybe they took the tires off because the studs and the nuts are all lubed up.
Why don't you call them if they want you to replace it? Then I guess replace it.
All right.
I don't know what the best decision is.
Well,
I don't want anything to happen either. Go down the road.
well, yeah, and that's the other thing. You know, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it's one thing if that whole hub around the hub or whatever, if it's wet.
Yeah.
And it would be wet and it would be dripping.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I was thinking maybe it was kind of dry, maybe because it happened earlier on my trip and I didn't see it until I stopped here.
You see right here between here and the seal,
Yeah.
even though like it looks wet here,
Yeah.
right here in between, I got my fingers in between there and they're dry.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell if somebody's done something to the wheel because they're putting their marks on
Yeah.
it. I mean, the seal's like broken up here and there, but that's just because the way they tightened it down.
Okay.
Let me just go ahead and replace it.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm saying is because the seal's broken up.
Okay.
It looks like it's been kind of over tightened a little bit.
Okay.
See this here?
Yeah. Okay, go. I'm more comfortable with that decision.
Yeah. I mean, we're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, but because the seal's all broken up,
Yeah.
and like, you know, it's supposed to be all round.
Yeah.
And it looks like if they took that axle out for any reason,
Okay.
they could have over tightened that seal.
Okay. Well, go ahead and replace it.
Yeah, because like I said, between me and you, we're stuck in a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I don't do it, even though it's not leaking, and then say it fails a week later,
Yeah.
then it'll come back and they're like, well, he probably should have replaced it anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna need your help for a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my block out,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have you run up on the block.
Oh, okay.
I want to tilt the wheel up so the oil doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And the other thing, you guys have OCs?
Sorry, what?
OCs?
OC.
Yeah, operating centers. Do you have shops?
Oh, yeah. We got a shop at my terminal.
And where's that at?
West Virginia.
Okay. And where you going?
I'm going to New Jersey, and then I'll be back in West Virginia tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and replace it. I'm going to tilt the wheel up.
Okay.
In order, if you want to get the rear checked, because we don't keep the gear oil on hand because there's too many different types.
Okay.
I'm not going to lose a whole lot. That's the reason why I have you put it on the block.
Okay.
But somewhere down the line, if you want to have them check it or stop at a Freightliner dealer where they can punch it in and find out what type of oil it is, you can.
I'll be at my terminal tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, all right. I mean, like I said, you're not going to lose a lot. You ain't lost anything anyway.
Okay.
But I'd say when you get back to your terminal, they should be able to figure out which type of oil goes in this rear.
Yeah.
And if they want to top it off, they go ahead and top it off. Because it's like it takes about 5 gallons anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
all right, so let me get my stuff, and I got to get my flashlight.
Okay. I can turn my light on, don't know.
Nah, not really.
Okay.
You can leave it off. I got a big light anyway in my truck. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and replace it anyway. It looks like they took the tires off because we do the same thing. We put so the nuts don't cross or overheat and screw up the stud, we'll put lube on the studs and then spin off the nuts to get the tire off. And that's what it looks like happening, because they marked the nuts. So it's telling me they must have done work and pulled the wheels off, and they probably, the lube that splatters after either taking them off or put them on will be out on the rim. They just didn't clean the rim, which they probably should have. If they did, there'd be no question. So I'm gonna pause this for now until I get things ready. I'll be right back. I kind of turned it off too quick. I'll let y'all see me getting this thing up on the block. All right. All right, just once you pull up on that block for me. Okay. What this does is tilts the wheel up. And so when I start taking that off, I'm not gonna lose a lot of oil. All right, it's good. All right, see how it goes up. All right, so I'm gonna get my stuff and then I'll be back. All right, I'm back. All right, so I got everything I pretty much need to do this job. So we're gonna go ahead and start doing this job here. Get it done. Now, the reason why I'm going to replace it, even though it's not leaking, this is probably from them lubing up the, like I said, the studs with power lube to make the nuts and come on and off easier, because of the seal being broke. Okay, it's all broke up all around because it's like over tightened or whatever. All right, so even though, as you see, it's coming apart, it's all parts, not one circle. If a week comes down, 2 weeks comes down, and then this thing starts leaking, then the company's gonna call back and ask how come it wasn't replaced. Or not say why it wasn't replaced, because they would have known. But the reason why, you know, maybe you should have went ahead and done it anyway, so there's no question about it. So that's the reason why I'm gonna go ahead and do this, get it out the way. Better be safe than sorry. Because then there'll be a discussion on, you know, well, you know, about payment and stuff. You have to be careful with things. So these are dry. They never took the hub out, but they took the tire off for some reason. Maybe they did brakes or something, I'm not sure. So we're gonna go ahead and take these off and get this thing done. Oh, there goes the nut. And it's got the washers on them. And the reason, you probably wonder why I marked this. Probably should wait until I get the nuts off first anyway. Well, before I pull this axle out, what I'll do is I'll lube the rest of this lugs here, studs. Stud came out on this one, which is no big deal. So actually that could actually be my marker anyway. Nah. These things are on there. Yeah, this thing was, they were put on way too tight. Way too tight. A washer for that one. Oops, I missed one. I got them all. All right, so what I do, the reason why I mark this is because this is the same way I'm gonna put it back in. So I take some chalk and I make my mark. So that way I'm not sitting there spinning this axle trying to get it lined back up and push back in. You gotta be careful with this too, because you can snap your fingers, like, you know, pinch your fingers in between here. All right, so we're gonna take this axle out. I'm gonna set it on the back of my truck. There we go. That thing is hot though. Man. So what we're going to do now is fold this up just like this and shove it in there for now, and that's going to prevent the oil from coming out. There's usually about 5 gallons in that rear, so that little bit's not going to make a difference. It might have done everything looks new in there. This looks new. That retaining, that lock ring. I wonder if they did. No, they couldn't have done nothing because they'd have to take the axle off to be able to do that. Huh. Anyway, let's get this all off here. Then we're going to clean this hub up, which is lucky it comes off easy. Yeah, see, they didn't clean this off very well either. Either that, it's just been stuck there for a while. It might have been just stuck there. I don't know. Either way, I see scrape marks like in the past. It must have been. Now you gotta get it all off. Be a pain in the butt, I can see right now. As you see, the oil will stay in there while I'm doing this, so I'm not under pressure on time, letting it all run out and shit. But what I'm gonna do is, once this is done, I'm gonna take my block, put it on the other side, and tilt the other side up so it brings the oil back over here, back over to the bearings. And I'll let the truck sit for about 10 minutes that way. I always use a steel brush because it helps get the rest of the seal off when you scrub it. says gotta be smooth. Move this out the way for a minute. Get my let me get my other thinner one here. Move this too while I'm at it. Alright. Sometimes it's hard to get those little crevices and stuff. Nice thin one helps out. I just want to do it lightly, you know, I want to dig into it. It'll come off. Just like that. got another call in Dover for a KW with a brake chamber leak. So I'll be doing that one next. If it doesn't have all that aerodynamics and them side shields on them, I'll be able to video that one. If it does, I'm not probably going to be able to video that one, because KWs, I just can't crawl underneath of them when they have those aerodynamic shields on the side. Come on. Alright, I think I got all the little seals off. The seal off on it. At least they didn't use Permatex on this one. And all these brushes and stuff you see me, I buy all my, anything that makes my job easier, I'll spend the money for and buy it all myself. I'm almost out of gloves. I gotta get some more gloves. But anytime I need a tool or whatever that would make it easier than what we have to use, what my boss supplies, I just buy it on my own. Because I know I'm going to use it again. Okay. Oops. Don't want to do that. Pull that towel out right now. Get in there. Looks like that's pretty good. Wipe this all down. A lot better than it was. Should be all smooth. Oh, there's a little piece there I gotta get. There's that little piece of, oh, right there. Got that little piece right there. Might be able to get that with my brush. Okay. Alright, that's gone. Alright, so it looks pretty good. This little bit here. There we go. Alright, so she all cleaned up, ready for the seal. We're gonna go get that seal. Give me a towel, wipe my hands off of it. Here's the new seal here. And then we're gonna clean this rim up afterwards. And you just gotta put it on little by little, go all the way around so it all goes on there so you don't break it. So like that. So it's flat up against there. Bam. All right. So I got the new seal on. I'm not gonna pull that out yet. I'm gonna put this back under here. We're gonna go get the axle. Okay, let's go get the axle. I'm just gonna flip this up here like that. Oh, there's one thing I did forget. I'm sorry. There's one thing I forgot. You gotta do the you gotta do the flange. Damn. Stay right there. So I gotta get my brushes. Plans won't take long. All right, lift this back up. Make sure you can see that. And we're gonna clean this up here. So that's all smooth there. I hope I didn't put my oily hands. All right, on my mark. All right, so now we're gonna install this. What we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this to where the white mark, the white chalk mark up here is, which is right there. I'm gonna push this in. I'm gonna turn until it lines up. Gotta lift up on it. Lift, well, pull down, lift up. Just like that. Just off a little bit. There we go. Just slide right in. like that. I always, like I said, be careful your finger. Yeah, you will pinch them. I've done it plenty of times. They don't tickle. All right, so we got the axle back in, got that new seal in there, no question whatsoever. The axle does feel kind of hot. I mean, I don't know when he got here or whatever. He's talking about the sub was hotter than usual, or hotter than the others. They did any kind of bearing work. Hopefully they didn't over tighten the bearing nuts or anything. So, all right, so let's get this thing back on. Whoops, wait a minute. Can't get it back on. I forgot. Damn. Sorry, guys. Let me get this back. I forgot to take the towel out. That's my fault. I wouldn't have forgot it though. That's why I just remembered it. Alright, so the towel back on. And it's like what I did with the battery towel. Turn the battery the wrong way. That wants to give me a problem. No towel in there. Line this back up. Come on. There we go. Bam. Only on the videos. Only on the videos. Alright, so it's back on there. There's a towel right there. Alright, now let's put this back on. Never left one in there, I ain't gonna start, that's for sure. Got a ring. Oh, that's got a ring. Ring there, ring there, ring there, and a ring there. And the other one's on the stud. Ring's on the stud there. Alright, here we go. Nice. A little power lube on that. Nuts on. Always throw my hand on a few threads, you know, I don't want to cross thread this stuff. Alright, that's all in there. So we're going to do the same pattern as we do as if it was a hubcap. Alright, now we're just going to go around. Alright, now just go all the way around. Seal's all intact. It's not over tight like it was before. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this here. Take my telescopic 1/2-inch wrench and do each one. Just like this. Okay, now they're all tight. Now, because I take that towel out, there's going to be a little oil running down between that seal and everything, so I'll clean that up. I ripped my damn glove. I only think I got like 3 gloves left. I have to order some more on Amazon. Went to Home Depot to get some, and they don't have them anymore. When it comes to oil stuff, I like to use the rubber gloves. Alright. Okay. Now we'll go get the brake clean. Clean this rim up. These are all my different seals for different trucks, trailers. I got the volume up, just want to make sure there's no missed call. Alright. Gonna spray this down. Anytime you do any work or you take tires off or and use lube, you really should clean the rim off. I do it all the time just for that way the driver don't go down the road and then gets out because he's not really paying attention. Then he gets out and finds out he thinks he's got a hub leak. So any of them shop mechanics, when they do shit like this or some road services, it should really clean the rim, because even DOT, if DOT's seen this, he'd think he'd have a leak, they'd shut him down. Then somebody comes out here to verify there is no leak, it's just from previous work, and then he signs off on it, and the driver goes down the road. But the reason why, like I said, I did this one, so there's no question about it if it ever fails, because the seal being all broken, ripped apart, even though it was still sealed. So taking all their silicones markings off on that. I guess they put that on there in case if the nut backs off, they know the nut, so they know the nut's not moving. They have those yellow plastic arrows you can put on there, and if any of them arrows move, you know your lug nuts are coming loose. So, where's my brake cleaner? Like I said, I have a bunch of old towels. I retire when they start getting stringy like this. Instead of me just throwing them out, I just put them in my truck. I put them in the washer one last time, and I put them in my truck, and I use them. It saves me on buying my shop towels, because I buy my own shop towels, because you can go through some shop towels, but this helps out to help save on shop towels, especially when you have to do clean big jobs like this, or oil pads. So alright. And then eventually I'll just throw this in the trash can. I got a couple more towels. Let's wipe this off here. But anytime this starts leaking, there'd be oil everywhere, all around here. It'd be slopping it all through the rim, So all right, so everything looks good. It'll be hard. Glove is dry. All right, cool. Let's make sure I get every little bit that drips down. It's hard to tell with my gloves because my gloves are already oily. All right, so it looks dry. I can get a towel anyway. Yeah, okay. I always like to make sure. Yep, okay, so there's nothing on there. Alright, so that's done. And what I'm going to do is, as soon as I get it, I'm going to have him roll off my block. And then I'm going to put it up on the other side block. And what did I just throw under there? Just paper. And then I'm going to have him roll up on the other block, tilt the wheel this way for about 10 minutes, let it run over, and then it'll be good to go. And I think I'm gonna put 2 blocks under this one, under each wheel. Ow, that hurt, just twisted my thumb. Anyway, this is the scale, DOT scale here, northbound side on 95. Any of your drivers probably been through here. You've probably been in here once or twice. Well, at least this way the driver feel better that the gasket has been replaced, the seal has been replaced. And like I said, there's no question. Try to make the best call I can. I've been in a situation when something didn't fail and it actually has failed about a week, 2 later, and then company called and says you probably should have just went and replaced it anyway. But anyway. Oh, I thought you were in the bump. All right, can you back off my block for me? And what I have you do, I'm gonna put the block over there. I'm gonna have you pull back on it so I can tilt the wheel that way so the wheel will come back over, okay? That's good. After this, I'm gonna get the block on. And then I'm gonna end this video because you know how the rest will go. You don't wanna be 10 minutes on this video waiting for it to... I'm gonna show you how one here. I'm gonna put it on the other side and I'm gonna have you pull forward. I'm sorry? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Oh, okay. I got you. So you don't want to be talking that whole time. So we'll just end it here. Oops, you probably all can't see what I'm doing. All right. There we go. All right, go ahead, pull up. Oh, man, we couldn't see that at all. Hold it, a little more. That's good. All right, so that's gonna do it for this one. I'll probably do the one down in Dover with the brake chamber leaking. So I'll see you on the next one.